Hi guys, thank you for watching. I just wanted to share a few things about the runes and also about Idun, Iduna, the goddess of of everlasting life and of the apple. Anyway, I have to be honest. I was a little bit disappointed about the rune journey that we have been undertaken. At the same time, it was really powerful, and it was more powerful than I expected it to be, and it even scared me at some point. So what the thing is, when you work with these runes, you really need to be clear about your intentions, and maybe my intentions sometimes were not as pure as they should be. You know, like we all sometimes get carried away with ourselves, don't we? Okay. Anyway, I still do believe the runes and the rune journey is really powerful. The way that spirit guided me, how Vrij came to me in Gunnar, Ingwi Vrij, and he told me to fold the runes together like you make from the 24 12 bind rune, then you fold them together again into six, into three, and into one, and then you create the shaman, the Yggdrasil, the world tree, Odin as well. You know, it all comes back to the one. So a lot of things happened in this journey, and I still use this way of placing the runes around me, like Fehu, Urus, Turisas, Ansus, Raido, Kaunas, Gebo, Wunjo, Hagelas, Nautis, Isa, Jera, Eiwas, Pertro, Algis, Sowillo, Tivas, Berkana, Evas, Manas, Lagus, Ingwas, Otala, Dagas. You can see I move counterclockwise and clockwise. I move above me and under me, and there I place the 24 runes. And then I make the combination of the runes, like I put Fehu Dagas behind me in the east, Fehu Dagas, and Otala Urus in the north, Turisas, Ingwas, Lagus, Ansus. So I even see the combination of the runes, and feel kind of I feel a special meaning with this combination of runes. So it becomes more, and then even you can even make the four. In this way, uh, we we create a vortex. So what I do believe, I really believe this, like, and I know it's true. You know, like. I do think the stories that we know of the gods, that are written down in the Edda, they are fractal, you know, just little parts of this, but it dates back to something much more huge, much more big. You know, I don't know. There are a lot of heathens. They don't believe in it. They might not. They call themselves pagans, and they you know. I like to look a little bit higher on this. Some people call themselves shamans, some people call themselves druids, but there is something that is higher. There is something that makes us more one. And I do believe there has been societies, there have been civilizations before us that were much more evolved than we are today. So, like the Egyptian, but before the Egyptian society. There's a lot of unexplainable things about Egypt, and there's a connection between Egypt and Greece, and there's a connection between Greece and Norway in the Bronze Age, and there's also stories that are rather similar, and even with the Indian stories. So so there is a memory there is something much more sacred, much more higher, much more powerful. There is a memory that is behind this all, that is much more used, more than we can comprehend right away. But I do think we should search for this, and we should not just stick in our own little pool. You know, I think we must look bigger. Must look wider. So that's why I'm really studying and doing a lot of research on sacred geometry right now. And I didn't post a lot about runes, but I still work with the runes, but in a different way. What I was experiencing last night, like with runes, it's really a powerful way to manifest things. But when you manifest things with the power of runes, you really need to know what you're doing. You know, it is a really powerful instrument, and it's a very karmic experience. You know, like what you create, you are responsible for what you create. So you have to be highly responsible for what you're creating with these runes. So it's in a way it's a little bit manipulative. That's what I always not like so much about working with the runes. But sometimes we are in this field here on Earth, and sometimes we need to manifest. We need to manipulate things if we want it or not. So we better manifest things and manipulate things for the better. So that is some things I've been thinking of last night. I was working with these runes, and I've got a nasty pain in my lower back at the moment, so I walk a little bit with my upper body forward. So today I will have a massage anyway. But why I'm telling this is because I asked for Idun. I asked for Idun because Idun is the goddess of medicine. You know, and you know, I do like the Indian mantras, not too much, but I kind of like it. And there are some things are so sophisticated in the Indian mantras. It's unbelievable, like how the number, how some mantras are built up in a way that it all leads back to the number 108. It's like magic cubes, you know, how you call it, like with the numbers. If you take the numbers, like let me show you here on this. Like if you see these three fingers, you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. You have got 9 spots. You see in those three fingers. So you start with the number 1. You place it here. Then you go down to the number 2. Then you go here to the number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I've got all the spots, all the numbers there. So I do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you place it in this way, you will have all the numbers. They count up to the number 15. So if you count like 1, 5, 5 is in the middle, 1, 5, and 9 is here, that's 15. You see, here we have 8, 5, and 2. So that's 15 again. So that's a magic square. Why was I talking? Why was I lost? For this moment, I don't know why I was talking about. I had a reason why I talk about this square. But anyway, about this when I was calling for Idun last night, I was realizing, you know, I did this Merkaba activation with Dunfalo Magische Deck, where you visualize a star tetrahedron around yourself and you make it spin in both directions with almost the speed of light, and you use numbers from the Fibonacci sequence. I know that this will go pretty far what I'm telling right now, but I use these numbers, and then what is happening when you're Merkaba is activated, when this field starts to spin, at a certain moment it will pop like a, and then your light body will have the shape of an UFO, like this big disc, like it's 20 meters wide in both directions, really big energy field that you create inside yourself. And this is the way that spirits travel, and then they are seen like UFOs, but that is actually our light body. Anyway, so there's another field as well, and that is the Taurus field. Our heart starts this way when we start as new life. There's this Taurus movement. I cannot show you. I have some pictures of it, but I cannot show it. But you have to look at this donut, this form. It goes in and out. It's like the food that comes into our mouth and we shit it out. So. That's the Taurus that we are as energetic beings. But if you see that in a bigger view, if you make that more, if you visualize this, you will see it has the shape of an apple. So, and then thinking about Idun, and she has these golden apples of immortality and for everlasting youth that she shares. It comes from a tree, of course. The tree is also our spine, but the connection with trees is always very important for us as humans. And we are like an upside down tree, or the tree is an upside down human. But there's a strong connection. It's inside out and outside in. Also, our lungs are like an upside down tree. So, but there's this strong connection. And Idun, I was last night when I do my travels, I was like singing her name. Iduna is a more modern version of her name. But if you take less, just the first, it's a very high frequency, and you can really take this, you can really take it to a high frequency and center it inside yourself. And then when you see this golden apple, and you can think about this Taurus field and of everlasting youth, and you think about this golden aura, it all makes perfect sense, and she's a beautiful goddess, she's much more, a much higher sacred goddess than we might think, and they all are, Thor, Odin, Freya, Frigg, Sif, they are much more like we are, we have this Buddha, or this enlightened body inside of ourselves, this incredible sacredness. And anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you. But there's another little thing I wanted to share, what I was really hoping for. When I started with the Rune journey, I was hoping, and at a certain moment, we were doing this journey during the lockdowns, and hoping or creating in the end of the lockdowns and waking up in a new world. And we have to continue with this work all the time. And it's not like, many people, many saints, many, like Desmond Tutu as well, like the other guy in America, Martin Luther King, he saw the promised land. And Tutu, he saw the promised land, and still we don't live in the promised land, and yet we do. That is really the message, I do believe that this keeping the dream alive is very much important. It's very much important. We keep this dream alive. We keep dreaming, and we keep praying for this new world, not a new world order, no, this new world with this really with a lot of more love and more sharing, more wisdom, and less material, more care in this world, more ceremony, that kind of thing, you know. So, but we have to start creating this in our own lives, and this is really the important. This is really our duty to work on that. And so, my my intention with this rune boat journey was creating an energy field where the gods can re-enter this physical plane. I know these things are possible. Okay, something wants me to stop talking. So maybe I better do, because I'm about to share sacred information that is not to be shared here. So, but I know these things are possible. I know this is possible, and this sounds really bizarre, but maybe for you, but it is possible, and it has happened in other civilizations over and over again, and we need to expand our minds and open our hearts to these possibilities, and for the healing of the world, for the healing of ourselves, our families, and the energies on this beautiful planet. Anyway, this is more than enough for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you still enjoy this runes and magic, or the power of the runes. And I started a new Facebook group. It's called Phi Mystery School. Phi Mystery School. So Phi Mystery School. PHI Mystery School. So I'm thinking about doing some course on the flower of life, and still we continue with working with the runes, but in a different way. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.